There are a lot of developments in the wake of this weekend's U.S. military operation that killed ISIS's leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, including what it means politically for a White House embroiled in an impeachment inquiry. And that's where we're starting tonight with the breaking news that House Democrats are now going to hold a formal vote on impeachment.
Nancy Pelosi and Intelligence Chair Adam Schiff are saying as of today that there will be a full vote in the House this week to establish the rules for the next phase of the impeachment proceedings, which will include not just closed-door depositions, but also public hearings. Importantly, the New York Times is reporting that the rules that they're going to vote on will allow staff from the Intelligence Committee to conduct some of the questioning of the witnesses in these public hearings.
A vote to formalize the heightening inquiry that's now entering its second month. Quote, "We will bring a resolution to the floor," Speaker Pelosi wrote in a letter to her colleagues, that affirms the ongoing existing investigation that is currently being conducted by our committees as part of this impeachment inquiry. Though Democrats say the resolution isn't needed under the Constitution or the law to conduct an impeachment, its passage this Thursday, that's when the vote will occur, undercuts the White House, which has been arguing that the inquiry is illegitimate without the approval of the full House in resolution.
I said, you got to wake up to this process that Nancy Pelosi's running. She's running the most sophisticated political warfare, and they're winning right now. She has the votes. As sure as the turning of the earth, in a couple of weeks, Nancy Pelosi is going to bring two charges in front of the House, and they will vote to impeach Trump and pass it to the Senate.
Quite frankly, the evidence that has come out has been kind of gushing out at this point. Not only the call transcript, but also statements like Mick Mulvaney's the other day, where I think he blurted out in candor that the military aid was premised on, conducting this bogus investigation of domestic political rivals of the president. And of course, this parade of witnesses, these are career public servants, many like Mr. Vindman, veterans, people who've served the country honorably, who are coming and testifying to us at their own expense. They hire their own attorneys, and they're putting their careers on the line. So I think we're really focused on the whistleblowers' claims and what these witnesses and the testimony can add in terms of fleshing out those complaints.
Republicans have interestingly shifted all of their criticism onto the process because they can't really have a debate on the facts. I mean, it's now clear as day that the president was trying to trade access to the White House and American security aid for election interference. And so I think this is a critical moment as the facts are becoming pretty impossible for Republicans to refute, for Speaker Pelosi to take these process arguments off the table, which she will do with this vote on Thursday, and then Republicans will be left to decide whether they actually want to continue to defend this president's actions.
Ambassador Sondland was the only thing Trump had, the only evidence he had. He said, Sondland, said at one point it wasn't a quid pro quo, and even he's backed away from that. So the White House is in a terrible, terrible position, and Schiff is exactly right to do what he did today.
As the impeachment inquiry, which is like a month old now, as it starts, turning on the runway lights and planning its approach, now we've got this one gigantic dangling thread in terms of what exactly they're investigating and what is going to make up the articles of impeachment here.
Now is a time, whether you decide that you're going to support President Trump or not, as a Republican, you need to have a clear reason, and not just one that works on the talk shows, one that you're going to be able to explain back in your district at home.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.